What's up guys, I'm randomfrankp, back with episode 99 of Room Tour Project, the series where we show off the best gaming setups to give you some ideas and inspirations for your setup. Got some work for you guys. Go to the straw poll link in the description down below and vote for the theme with the format of next week's episode 100. I'm tossing around some ideas, but I want to hear your guys' ideas and stuff like that. That's a pretty big milestone, so definitely vote for that. And as I always do, I have all the products you see in the description down below so you can check it out. But let's kick off episode 99. First up, we have Heron here. Heron. Okay, let's try that one again. Hey, what's up guys? Alright, so first off, we have Aaron here getting into a nice double monitor gaming setup with that overhead display. I'm always a fan of these and that layout orientation. Now getting into specifics, that overhead is a 42-inch TV from Samsung. Kinda got some big bezels going on there, but never mind that. And as for the two monitors on the bottom, those are two 24-inch curved displays from Samsung, and they line up very nicely. Now as for the peripherals, as you can see here, he's keeping it very simple and wireless. That is the Pro RGB keyboard in white, which fits in with this perfectly, and he has a wireless HP mouse here as well. Definitely more about the aesthetics, I think. But that's just a really clean desktop here with the IKEA Mom desk setup. And off to the side, you can see that glowing beast of a PC, really looking great. Inside the NZXT S340 Elite is an Intel i5 7400 CPU with a Deepcool Captain 240EX AIO on an Asus Prime Z270 AR motherboard, 16 gigs of G.Skill Trident Z RGB RAM, and an Asus Strix GTX 1060 here. Plus, you know, they got the NZXT Hue Plus for some integrated RGB lighting inside. This is a really nice looking PC. Now you could have noted before in that wide shot that he has 3 consoles on his desk. He does note he is more of a console gamer. He has 2 Xbox One S's and an Xbox 360, all 3 of them in white, but that one Xbox One S seems to be like modded a little bit, which looks pretty cool. And we gotta take a second to look at this cable management job. Hot damn, that is clean, not a cable in sight, literally. But Aaron dude, starting off the episode strong, liking that really clean approach here. Everything is just very sterile, no cables pretty much anywhere. This setup is my city. Now we got the THESASQUATCH, and I'm liking the look to this one as well, because it's very kind of, you know, dark. But it is highlighted by that nice bright wallpaper. Got the RGB light strip underneath his PC and stuff, which kind of brings a sort of Star Wars theme to life here, as you can see, again, by the wallpaper on his monitors. Both of those displays are from Asus. His primary one is the PB27-8Q, with the one off to the left side being a 24-inch, the VN24-8QP. Now getting to some of the stuff on his desk, you can see in the background, from doing some voiceovers and stuff, he has the blue Snowball mic. And as for the rest of his peripherals, his keyboard there is the Razer Black Widow Chroma, paired with the Razer Naga mouse, a great one for all you MMO players out there. And for his keyboard and mouse, he has some wrist rests from Glorious, and they are glorious. And as for his audio game, his headset here is a Turtle Beach Ear Force Z60 headset, just casually chilling next to an EVGA 970, you know, no big deal, just hanging out. Now over to his PC off to the right side of his desk, that is the NZXT S340 Razer Edition with that green LED light underneath. Inside is an Intel i7 2600K CPU with the NZXT Kraken X52 AIO on an Asus motherboard, 16 gigs of some Patriot RAM, and a GTX 1070 Founders Edition graphics card, which would explain that misplaced 970. But for a bedroom gaming setup, I'm really liking this. You got that huge window there for some natural lighting. Your room is very clean, so that's good. It's not messy, all organized. Love those Star Wars prints above your bed. And for what it's worth, I'm digging it. I would just recommend putting a simple RGB light strip behind your desk, even make it green, to match the whole aesthetic even a little bit more. Now this one's codenamed Retro Wave, and immediately you can see by the whole retro Vice kind of theme setup he's got going on with the RGB lights and that wallpaper. Also a bit of Game of Thrones themed. Really liking this. First off, that monitor is a 27-inch from Acer. It is 2560 by 1440p, and mounted above that is a 43-inch TV from Vizio as the stacked overhead. With an RGB light strip behind his desk and his monitors, he made sure to let you guys know he's got that retro theme going on here for the colors. And I like how you hit the cable from your monitor with a little cable channel. As for his peripherals, he has the Corsair Strafe RGB keyboard with the Razer Death Adder Chroma mouse, and again, both are going to those retro colors. And they're both on a glorious extended mouse pad. As for his audio, he's rocking a #1 bestseller, the HyperX Cloud 2 gaming headset on a nice wooden headphone stand. Over to his PC, inside the NZXT S340 case in black is an i7 6700K CPU with a CryoRake H7 cooler on an Asus Z170A motherboard, 16 gigs of G.Skill Ripjaws RAM, and a GTX 1070 FTW from EVGA. So the retro wave setup here, all completed on the IKEA Carlby desktop here in black with the black IKEA drawers as well. I said before, it was kind of that like retro Game of Thrones theme. He also had a Game of Thrones mugs, and if you took note to that retro winter is here wallpaper, it is definitely badass, and it really just adds a lot to the setup overall. Good choice. Next up, we have Vazar here with this really clean and just refreshing gaming setup. I like how that nice appearance is with the whole floating monitor there with it being mounted, and I think that whole kind of light blue paint on the walls gives it this really just calming and refreshing feeling. That solo monitor is an Asus 24-inch gaming monitor coming in at a great price, and to help accent some color going along with his white desk and his paint on his wall is a nice RGB light strip behind his desk to bring out the blue even more. Now getting into his peripherals, he has the Razer Black Widow Chroma V2 keyboard along with his Razer Orbos mouse, so keeping the couple together, and they're both on a SteelSeries Quick Extra Large mouse pad. And again, just note the coordination here with the RGB lights in his keyboard matching blue to the light strip behind his desk. And for his audio setup, he has the SteelSeries Siberia 650 headset here, again in white with the blue lights, so he's got the coordination game and the matching with the colors locked down. Now we're going to get into his PC. Inside, he has an i7 6700K CPU with a Corsair H100i AIO on an Asus Maximus 8 Ranger motherboard, 16 gigs of HyperX Predator RAM, and a GTX 1070 Strix from Asus here, looking real nice. Got a little bit of minor LED lighting inside, but the build itself, even with those little cable combs there, came out really clean. So like I said earlier, a really nice setup. I like the route here to go with that solo monitor. It definitely fits in with the theme. I think refreshing is just the key word for this one because it's simple. There's really not a lot going on. All the lights are matching. Then when he hits that light switch at nighttime, it's all dark. Is when it really glows and comes to life. I don't know, man. I'm liking this. I like the simple approach every now and then. You pulled it off real nicely. Now lastly, we have BISHNAX here, and that is a Hall of Fame kind of name. But for this one, we're not going to really focus on the gear, more so the whole appreciation for this DIY desk setup. It is a standing desk, but I really love when I see setups like this where, and I always say it, where they take the time, they execute a plan, and they build this desk and their setup by themselves. So he got the wood here, planned it all out, then decided he wanted to go with a certain color or a certain stain for it, got it all stained up for this nice kind of rustic wooden look that really looks nice, built it back together, and then from there he just made it all come to life by adding certain things. You saw before with that triple monitor setup. But what I was really impressed by was the fact that he really went out and made his own keyboard. So if you're familiar with the Infinity Ergo Docks, like the left and right, he carved that himself for each of the left and right hands, made his own trackball even, which is just insane. Got a little macro pad there as well for some little buttons. Same thing here for his phone stand in the middle. You got 3 little macro keys on there. A really awesome setup in the end. Not only the fact that he built the desk, but I was kind of more so impressed the fact that he built this kind of Ergodox keyboard by himself with the trackball and the macro phone stand. Plus off to the right side, he even has his own gamepad there, like a keypad, possibly a numpad. But the fact that it's all DIY is awesome. I just appreciate these so much. If you have them go out and make their own gaming setup, a nice DIY triple monitor standing desk setup. Really great job, man. And then this week's bonus comes from Crimson. This thing is pretty insane. We got 4 monitors total, a beastly looking water-cooled PC. Got that whole kind of like neon green theme going on. Must be a pilot. Got the nice plain prints above the wall as well, but some solid peripherals. You can see some like flight sticks and stuff like that. Would love to get this guy in the show in the future. Hopefully we do. Definitely worthy of this week's boner bonus. Alright guys, that'll wrap it up for episode 99 of Room Tour Project. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, give this video a big thumbs up to show your support. And don't forget, check the description down below. I have that straw poll link down there, as well as all the products and gear you saw. That's listed for you in the description. And some simple instructions on how to submit your setup if you want to be possibly considered to be included on a future episode of Room Tour Project. Feel free to hit me up and follow me on Twitter at randomfrankp. And lastly, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Well, I'm Random Frank P. Hope you enjoyed episode 99. Have a good day.